We're going to talk today to an assistant professor of biostatistics with the Yale School of Public Health, who is an expert on olive oil. Olive oil dating back 8,000 years at least. My guest today is Dr. Tassos Kyriakidis, who is a certified olive oil sommelier. Welcome. You grew up in Cyprus, you're Greek.
Yes.
All right, so Greek olive oil better than Italian olive oil? Which Spanish? Tell me.
It's a question I always get. What's your favorite olive oil? And my answer is depends on what I'm in the mood of eating, because you have to think of olive oil as a tool in your kitchen, how you pair it with the appropriate food. For example, you would not put a Greek olive oil on a nice Florentine steak. It's not going to taste good. Or you won't put sort of an Italian, Tuscan, or Spanish olive oil on feta cheese. So think where the olive oil is coming from. Think of the food of the region. That's what you pair it with.
And also the mistake I am making, and probably many of you are too, is the olive oil should not be warm.
Yes.
Temperature?
Temperature. There's 4 enemies of olive oil: heat, age, light, oxygen.
I'm probably doing all of that wrong.
So if you have your olive oil stored next to the stove, it's not a good idea. It should be stored in temperatures probably 55 to 57.
So in the fridge?
It could be in the fridge, but it's a little bit cooler, so you have to pull it out because it congeals. It has to come to liquid form. But if you have a pantry that's dark, away from the heat, that's where you should put it.
Okay, let's go through these.
So I brought a few bottles this is a Spanish olive oil. There's no olive oil in there, but these two are from this recent harvest from the October 23. In the Mediterranean, the harvest season begins sometime September all the way to December, beginning of January. This is from Tuscany. It's a blend of 3 local cultivars in Tuscany, which is also a social development experiment. This company is starting to reclaim abandoned groves and bring them back to life, and giving jobs to people who otherwise don't have a job. This one is another cultivar native to the Puglia area in Italy. And the other bottles are, again, Puglia, another native variety of Puglia coratina. The yellow one is a Greek, very unique cultivar from the island of Lesbos. And the other one is from Cyprus, the island of Cyprus, a local variety of Cypriot olive oil.
Look at these. All right, we get to taste some,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Let's do it. And as we taste this, let's talk about the health benefits of olive oil.
So, you know, as you mentioned, olive oil has a history of 8,000 years, along with the Mediterranean nutrition. That's since its main pillar is olive oil. And in the late 50s and 60s, there was a big study by a U.S. physician, actually, Ansel Keys, and went to 7 countries to look at the lifestyle and sort of what are the health status of these people in the 7 countries. And the big revelation was, so when you look at...
Do this like wine?
Yes, yeah, you can swirl it and sort of smell it first, and you're tasting the Tuscan one now. It should feel fresh, tasty, pungent, bitter, and that's good things.
Oh, there's a kick to it.
Yes.
A peppery kick.
So the peppery kick comes from one of the components that are health-inducing, and the stronger the kick, the more of that component, the phenol.
I've never had an olive oil like that.
And that one is, again, the Puglian, a little bit different, but still fresh.
Very olive.
Very fresh olive.
Little kick too?
Yes, yeah.
So is olive oil supposed to have a kick?
Yes. So fresh olive oil produced the right way will have a kick, and that kick comes from what we know as oleocanthal and oleorupin. It gives the bitterness, and those are the 2 of the main ingredients that give us our health.
On bread, on anything. Get rid of the butter, just put this on.
Exactly.
All right, Tassos, we're just scratching the surface, but I swear I would put ice on this and drink it.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
I take a shot every morning the last 9 years. Not of this one, but certain olive oils. But olive oil is a very adaptable and flexible ingredient and food. Anywhere from salad to dessert. Try it on ice cream. Try it on orange.
Well, that's terrific. I've never had anything like this. Thank you so much for being here today. And if you would like to see this interview again, and I know that you will, so you'll get everything right with olive oil, go to WTNH.com or the News 8 app. You know, I'm from the Midwest. I grew up on corn oil. I had never had olive oil till I came to the East Coast. And I want to go on a tour. I want to go pull olives off trees. And if you do an olive oil tasting, Tassos says have green apples in between tasting the olive oils. I learned so much today.
I learned from you. That was incredible.
Yeah, I made you drink some of it.
I had some olive oil today.
That peppery kick.
I want some bread. I want to dip the bread in the olive oil. And yeah.
What do you think
that's
I'm
what I
doing
want.
later?
Yeah.
I've seen Nyberg do shots before, but never olive oil. That's another story. We're back with
That's
more
a whole
here.
other story.
Back in a minute.